What's up, guys? It's Gaz. Welcome to the Warframe video. So this is part 2 of 3 in the Prime Access for Atlas Prime, and we're going over the Tekko Prime today. And I hate to be the bearer of bad news, guys, but this thing feels pretty much unusable to me. So it is a sparring fist weapon where you basically just punch with your hands, and it's like some blades on top of your hands, and they sure look cool, but that's pretty much where the usefulness stops, in my opinion. Like, they have really good stats, but you have to basically be inside the enemy to deal damage. So let's go over these stats really quickly. Mastery rank 12 required, so pretty high mastery rank, but it comes with some really push stats with that mastery rank requirement, besides the range, of course. Got 1.0 attack speed, 30% critical chance, 2.4 multiplier, 26% status chance, and the damage is mostly weighted in slash. So this thing is actually pretty good at proccing slash with some, it's like a crit slash hybrid, which sounds really good. Like, doesn't that sound like one of the best melee weapons in the game? It would be, guys, if this thing didn't have like a 1 meter range. It literally is like you have to be inside the enemy to hurt them. And I even have a range Riven and Prime Breach on a build, and it's only 3 meters, guys, with like with 300% plus melee range. This build right here, we got Prime Breach maxed out, and we got a 199.9% range Riven. This is a 3 meter range right here, guys, with this much jammed on here. So, for me, this thing feels basically unusable without at least Prime Breach. This is the build I'm going to recommend if you guys want to use this thing. You got Corrosive on here. And the idea with me going Corrosive on here is that Corrosive is good against most enemy factions at base. And since this thing has good stash chance, we're jamming a couple dual stats on here. It gets our stash chance up to 67%. That's going to make it where the slash and the corrosive are proccing pretty reliably, and it actually works up pretty well if you can actually hit the enemy with it. So with this Prime Breach, we have like it's like a 1.5 meter, 2 meter kind of range. It still feels like complete garbage, guys, but the thing is, if you don't have Prime Breach on here, your combos are just going to be whiffing in the air. It's really, really bad, and I would also recommend the Gaia's Tragedy stance for this thing. But yeah, like, this is probably the most OP piece of mastery fodder in the game. And the reason I'm calling it mastery fodder is because it really, the Ninkondi Prime has low range, but this thing, guys, this thing has like probably half the range of the Ninkondi Prime. And the thing that was making the Ninkondi Prime like usable, even with its terrible range, is that the stances for the Ninkondi Prime, they have like wide sweeping arcs, so you can actually hit enemies relatively far away. So with this one, I feel like it's the opposite of the Ninkondi Prime, where the stance for the Ninkondi Prime is making the range weakness of the weapon a little bit patched up because like it's got wide sweeping arcs around you. This is just making it worse, where you're doing really close range punches right in front of you. That's the only combo I really like on this, is the hold combo. So you hold down the melee button, get these first 2 punches out, then you start pressing the melee button as normal. You punch like 15 times in that burst right there, and if you have like a good combo multiplier going, it will shred high level enemies for a bit. So we just had a pretty easy time with that heavy gunner. Like, it's to be expected. If I'm going to be using something this low range, it better be killing these heavy gunners in like a couple hits. So it's shown a level 100. Another problem with the stances for the sparring weapons, guys, is that there's lots of knockdowns of them and like push arounds. I really don't like those in my melee weapons. And as you see, the slash is just almost killing her. Didn't completely kill her. It was close though. So yeah, I don't know. It's like it seems like it would be a really good weapon. I want to like it, but I can't like it. Like, it feels like half the range thing. I wish they showed the range stat on these melee weapons, guys. But let's compare it to Ninkondi Prime, because this is like, honestly, like, it's a weird comparison. But these are the 2 different options for close range weapons, in my opinion. So for Ninkondi Prime, we've got less critical chance, we've got higher status chance by a lot, and then we've got electric. Which makes Condition Overload much better, so we can actually get 4 statuses at least if we get lucky. So I'm going to definitely say build this. This came from Wukong Prime Access. This is the better choice than in the Tekko Prime. But if you really just like how the fist weapons look, I mean, it's probably the best fist weapon in the game. The Karudo is really good too, but the Karudo I'm pretty sure the Karudo is like really, really slow. So this is like the other really, really good fist weapon, if you consider fist weapons good. So yeah. Really bad stash chance, but we have really good crit multiplier, and I mean, I'd say the Tekko Prime is actually better than this, because this thing is really, really slow, but, you know, it also costs like 200 plat to buy this thing right now. I spent like 150 plat because someone hooked me up with a good price. Yeah, guys, I'd say you can pass on this one. It's probably like, it's hard. Why am I calling it mastery fodder, right? Like, it's good. It can kill level 100 gunners, like, no problem. But, like, dude, I could just use, like, my Graham Prime or my Play Crit Path, which might be getting changed at the end of the month. We'll go over a little bit of stuff about Melee 3.0 in this video, because I've actually had this picture I've wanted to show you guys for a while now, that I actually just kept forgetting to show you, because it was on my phone. Okay, yeah. So, like, I'm going to show you guys what this looks like without Prime Breach. So, I said Prime Breach is super important. Let's just quickly show how unusable this thing is without Prime Breach. So, we are basically hitting all of our combo hits there. So, let's take this off. We'll jam some more damage on here. Let's put on Prime Fever Strike. Actually, no, crit damage would be better. Let's do some crit damage, because this thing has a good crit multiplier. 4.6 with Organ Shatter now, and we got Condition Overload as well. I would recommend Condition Overload on this thing, but then again, like, you probably don't need the damage, so if you want to take off Conditioner Overload and put on Prime Breach, go for it. So see, we're punching her. As soon as she gets knocked away a little bit, we're not going to be able to hit her anymore. Okay, well, this is actually working out pretty well. So see, she got pushed a little bit away. We couldn't even punch her from, like, this far away. However far that is, 4 meters. Yeah, it's basically a 2-meter range weapon, guys. We can try to get with her. Well, you're almost dead, pretty much. But yeah, I would recommend that combo. It's pretty fun to use, actually, like the punch spam one. I'm pretty sure there's something in JoJo that's like that. I'm actually on Season 3 of JoJo right now, and it's really good. Pillar Men was awesome, honestly. So, yeah, let's go into some gameplay really quickly. I have a full mission for you guys here. So it's same situation. We're going to be running a Riven on this, though. We're running the Range Riven. I'd say ideal stats for this, probably crit damage, range, melee damage, and maybe, I don't think this can roll minus impact or puncture, but if you could get that, that would be great. If not, minus slide crit is definitely good on this, because the slide attacks of this thing are like, they're like inside of you. It's really, really annoying to use. But here's the picture I want to show you guys. So, we do know that Melee 3.0 is apparently coming out at the end of the month. I actually got this picture from Reddit, so somebody was actually in an arbitration and got the new mod to drop before the actual arbitration update came out. And then this is what happened. So, we got to the Wicked Strikes, 4%, plus 4% placeholder, melee heavy wind-up speed, +1 bonus combo duration. So this might actually not be current with what the dev build is looking like on Melee 3.0, because they did say on the dev stream that combos are being taken away. But that got me thinking too. I'm like, wait, did we just get an arbitration update with like a bunch of combo mods in it? So what's going on with that? So that was like a weird thing I wanted to show you guys. That was like a month ago when I got that picture though, so it's probably completely changed from then. But as you can see, we're in this mission. We got a corrosive build on, so it's not really ideal against the Corpus. We're actually not even one-shotting his level like 90 Corpus with a Tekko Prime until we get combo multiplier up. But yeah, guys, like it's gonna really be up to you. I'd say it's not worth the Forma or the farm. If you're not trying to push for MR28 like I am, like I want to be MR28 as soon as I possibly can. You can seriously wait on this until it's like 50 plat set, if it ever gets to that. Because as it stands, this is with a Riven, this is with primed mods, this is with like Blood Rush, etc., Condition Overload, etc. And honestly, like it's killing the Corpus now that I have a 2x multiplier, but I'm just used to the Graham Prime. Maybe I'm spoiled that I have the Graham Prime with like crazy stats. I got the Play Crit Path with crazy stats. I got the ninkondi Prime with crazy stats, Redeemer Prime, etc., etc. You pick it. It's probably better than this thing just because of the ease of use of the range. So, then again, like the range isn't reducing the damage, obviously. Like it's making it so you can't hit some things you want to hit. But, here's a test against Kuva Guardian. So the Kuva Guardians, I mean, I've definitely seen much better for Kuva Guardians. I feel like the ninkondi Prime can actually do better than that, because the ninkondi Prime actually has mobility built in the stances. It's got those wide arcs, like I've mentioned a couple times in the video. It's also got good damage multipliers on the combos. It's just like the whole package, guys, and the Tekko Prime is just, I don't want to say it's not just me, but I honestly feel like a lot of people have the same sentiment I do. It's like, this is literally just mastery fodder. Like, basically everything in this Prime Access is mastery fodder. Like, I showed you guys that gimmick thing for Death Cube a couple days ago. I mean, it's not like I'm going to actually recommend that you do that in Mission. I'm not going to do that in Mission. I literally just wanted to show you guys that was possible. So that's why I made that video, and I put that thing in there, that Death Cube can one-shot high-level enemies. But, like, I'm just going to bring a Smita or a Darza, or, like, maybe just, like, nothing. Like, not even bring a companion. as it stands, like, the things that the Smita and the Adarza can do, or more likely the Smita, actually. The Smita can just do things that other companions, like, just can't do. Like, the Smita can give me orange crits on abilities. Like, my Nova can orange crit with the Molecular Prime when I have the Smita crit buff. Like, that's just one thing it does. It can give you infinite energy for, like, 10 seconds. It can give you double resources and XP. Really, really valuable in this farming game. It's also got other stuff, too, like an instant reload. That's not extremely useful, but it can be nice sometimes. So, and the Adarza, like, actually, I didn't actually show us in the video, guys. I might quickly show us at the end. The Adarza buff with this thing is actually pretty hilarious, because you do that punch spam combo. If you have the Adarza buff going, it's like instant red crit, and it's a red crit spam, so it's actually hilarious to see. We'll actually show that here. I mean, this is just like, it's to be expected. Like, we're killing guys like 2 or 3 punches. These high health, like, Scrambus guys, they take a couple more, actually. But if we had a viral build, it would be killing them a lot easier. Like, Corrosive is just like a good all-rounder, and it's definitely not optimized for this. I didn't know it was going to be a Corpus mission when I jumped in. I had just, like, I'm like, alright, I gotta record some Kuva Flood gameplay. That's usually what I put for these videos, because that's usually, like, the highest level content I'm doing, unless I'm doing, like, a specific endurance run for some testing or something like that. So, yeah. As I said, I don't recommend this to anyone besides, unless you're trying to push for MR28 the day that comes out, because you will need this. You also need all those K drives leveled up, so good luck with that. Yeah, I don't envy that at all. So, as you see, we have the Cat's Eye buff right here. So this actually does stack with Blood Rush. So we have 30% on the base of the weapon, and then we jam it up to 90 with the actual crit buff from the cat, and it's gonna be hilarious, guys. Let's actually just show that really quickly. We're gonna do a Guardian, actually, because they'll actually be able to survive a couple hits here. That 165 gunner is probably just gonna instantly die if we use the Smita or the Adarza here. Okay, so I hope that you guys found this video helpful. I wanted to go more in depth on Melee 3.0, but then I realized we don't really have as much information as I'd like. Okay, there we go. There's the red crits. Don't you pick up your cache egg. Don't you do it. Rip. But yeah, we'll definitely get more into that. Like, let's not get distracted. Like, I know there's two reworks coming out, as well as Grendel. Most likely on the same day as Melee 3.0, guys. We can't get too distracted. We have to actually focus on the Melee, I think. I think that's the most important thing coming out of the update. If Melee gets ruined, it's basically like, that's the end of a lot of people's fun in this game, okay? So, near the end of the month, when Grendel and Ember and Vauban and all that stuff come out, I'm probably going to be focusing mostly on Melee. I do really, really want to try the Ember rework, because I love playing Ember. Oh, I used to love playing Ember. And the fact that she's going to get 50% damage reduction without even doing anything weird with her too, like, that sounds really, really good. So I'm excited for that, and we might actually revisit the Fire Gladiator Ember build, but hopefully they don't ruin Melee at the same time, because if they ruin Melee at the same time, that Gladiator build for Ember is going to feel pretty, like, garbage. So, yeah, as long as range doesn't get destroyed, which it probably will be. Also, combo, like, if they get rid of combo, guys, you're basically not going to see red crits anymore. You'll have to use, like, something like a Smita or a Haro or something like that to see red crits in the future. So I hope they don't remove that, because Blood Rush is really, really fun. I can understand, like, Maiming getting hit a little bit, but we'll see. We'll see, guys. As it stands right now, the Atlas video will be coming up next couple days. The one problem with the Atlas video, guys, is because, like I said a couple times in this video, I know they're making Melee 3.0 mod changes at the end of the month. The things I would be recommending in that video would be involving things I guarantee are getting nerfed, like Jaw Sword Riven's Dispo. That's going to get nerfed. There's no way it doesn't get nerfed if they're going to be changing the Riven Dispo for weapons, because a lot of people actually use the Jaw Sword as a stat stick. It's like, its usage stats are inflated because of the fact it's a good stat stick, okay? I will talk to you guys next time. Please like, share, subscribe, and take it easy. Peace.